Hello, thank you for joining me for another 5 good minutes with the Word. I'm Barry Bryson, and we're continuing our study of the biographical Psalms of David. And today we're going to be looking at Psalm 7. Psalm 7 evidently happened early in David's life. The superscription says that this is a Shiggaion of David, the kind of song that it is. We don't know what the word Shiggaion means. A Shiggaion of David, which he sang to the Lord concerning the words of Cush, a Benjamite. We do not know this Cush from any other biblical source. The rabbis have lots of speculations to make about the identity of Cush, but we do know he's a Benjamite. Other famous Benjamites that we've dealt with before, Caleb, certainly one of the heroes of the Old Testament. Nabal, whom David has threatened or will soon threaten to destroy because of his disrespect, depending on when this took place. And of course, Saul is a Benjamite. So there are real political reasons, family reasons why Cush would persecute David. This is evidently written while David is on the run. It's longer, and it certainly has the tone that we associate with songs when David is younger. It's agitated. It's impatient. He wants deliverance right now. It is self-justifying. I haven't done anything wrong. But we also see in this song this certain reliance that God will make things right, this confidence in the future. And this other element that are there in David's songs, and I think of them most clearly from Psalm 19 and from Psalm 139, where David, makes a diagnostic plea. Please, God, look at me, and if I need fixing, fix me, because I just want to be pleasing to you. So let's read Psalm 7. O Lord my God, in you do I take refuge. Save me from all my pursuers. Deliver me, lest like a lion they tear my soul apart, rending it to pieces with none to deliver. O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there is wrong in my hands, if I have repaid my friend with evil or plundered my enemy without cause, let the enemy pursue my soul and overtake it, and let him trample my life to the ground and lay my glory in the dust. Arise, O Lord, in your anger. Lift up against the fury of my enemies. Awake for me. You have appointed a judgment. Let the assembly of the peoples be gathered about you. Over it return on high. The Lord judges the peoples. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness, according to the integrity that is in me. O let the evil and the wicked come to an end, and may you establish the righteous, you who test the minds and hearts, O righteous God. My shield is with God, who saves the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, and a God who feels indignation in every day. If a man does not repent, God will whet his sword. He has bent and readied his bow. He has prepared for him his deadly weapons, making his arrows fiery shafts. Behold, the wicked man conceives evil and is pregnant with mischief. Don't you love that that image? I just love that image. It talks about the things that are about to happen, that things are gestating inside this man. It also gives him the opportunity to call his enemy a woman. I'm sure that's not by accident. And gives birth to lies. He makes a pit, digging it out, and falls into the hole he has made. His mischief returns upon his own head, and on his own skull violence descends. I will give to the Lord the thanks due his righteousness. I will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. So it begins and ends with, this direct address to God, about God. I'm taking refuge in you. And in this psalm, as we said throughout David's writings, God is the warrior who achieves victory. David never describes himself in the terms that he describes God. He's the person who's helpless, who needs God's response. And we've seen over and over again in this song, if I've done this, you're a righteous judge, so look at me. If I've done any evil, you know the heart. He says this over and over again in this song. So there is this willingness to yield to God's diagnostic gaze and to accept whatever punishment is due him if he's done anything wrong. But I think it's also clear that he certainly believes that he hasn't, and that he's being ill-used. And he wants the Lord not just to rise up and make things right, but to rise up in his anger and to just wipe these people out. Let the evil and the wicked come to an end. He's clear to express to the evil person at the end that the bad things that happen to you, you cause yourself. The things that are falling on you, you have fallen into the pit you've dug. The mischief that's falling on your own skull, that's your mischief. It's kind of haunting to read those words, because this is going to be David's life. After he sins with Bathsheba, his life is a mess for the rest of his life, and it's a mess because he made it a mess. And even though God has forgiven him, every time he falls into a hole, whether it's with Absalom or with the mayhem at the end of his life over the succession to the throne or anything else that he has to deal with, he's created it. It's falling on his own head. It's a mess that he himself has made. It's another reason I love just to read these Psalms as a group, because we get to see David mature over the course of reading them. He's a righteous man. He's a man after God's own heart, and he is when he's young as well as when he's old. But he's not a man whose spiritual health is static. He's a man who gets strong at the broken places and comes through his own awful sin after receiving grace to a place of deep, deep wisdom. I know we associate Solomon with wisdom. He has divine wisdom that God has given to him. But there is a spiritual wisdom that we find in David that we don't find in anybody else other than Jesus. And that's why reading his works are such a blessing. Okay. Thank you for joining me for another 5 good minutes. Next time we are together, we're going to be looking at Psalm 18. Thank you.